Hey, 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 what's up, YouTube? It's been a minute, but I'm back. Man, episode 7 was on point. I think that's my favorite episode of season 2. And it may be my favorite episode of season 1 and 2. I did not review or give any insights from episode 6, season 2, because I really didn't enjoy the episode. I thought it was terrible. It sucked to me. And it really didn't suck, but I think it's because, some YouTubers who are YouTube press and, some of the actors and actresses, they were saying that, oh, season 6 is going to be hype. You got to wait. It's going to be so. And I feel like they really dropped the ball with episode 6, but they most definitely picked it up with episode 7. So I'm not giving a recap or a review. It's just something in this episode that made me realize that a lot of lines are being repeated. And I'm like, I know this is not no Tyler Perry production because, and I don't know if you guys know about Tyler Perry, they repeat their lines. That's how they're able to film so quickly. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Did I see what? That over there. They feed each other lines in Tyler Perry production. But I digress. Back to from when Randall and Jim was on the bus, and Randall was like, you want me to help you find your little dog too? When Jim asked him to walk with him outside of town. And Jim looked at him and was like, dude, what is wrong with you? I'm like, okay, wait a minute. That line sounds very familiar. It took me back to Ethan, season 2, episode 1, when Ethan was standing on the porch with Jade, and Jade was smoking, I believe it was some weed, and I can't remember what Jade said, but Ethan was like, what's wrong with you? Then, going back to season 1, I believe it's episode 8, when Jade was panicking about, yes, we have all the batteries, we have all the wires, but how are we going to make it work? We don't have a power source. He was freaking out. And he asked Jim, have you seen Victor? And Jim was like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, okay, why do they keep repeating lines? Just like with Father Cautry and Martin, when Boyd first got to town, Father Cautry, was trying to get them to, hide, and Abby pulled out the gun. He was like, oh, good. You got a gun. Soon as Boyd climbs up the well, Martin was like, oh, you got a gun. Good. And I'm like, wait, why do I keep hearing these same lines over and over again? So I just decided to go back and watch some episodes, and the reason why nobody is talking to each other is because I believe this is like a reoccurring dream. I believe this is resetting, and somehow they are working through things that they have already been through before. Like, please hear me out. Because what's wrong with you line? Like that is just for it to 3 times. And then the Father Cautry, oh, you got a gun, that's good. Martin, oh, you got a gun, that's good. Then the girl, what was it, Kelly, who had the rod stuck in her head in season 2, episode 3, when she told Christy, oh, can you get my phone so I can call my mother. Christy was like, oh, phones really don't work here, but I can write a letter for you. And Kelly was like, okay, well, can you tell my mom that I'm sorry? I'm like, okay, that line sounds very familiar. Like, tell my mom, like, and in their last cry, like, I'm about to die, tell her, this is my last wish. Let's go back to season 1, episode 1, when Julie was telling that god-awful story to little Ethan, and I forgot the little character's name. I don't know if it was Norman. He was saying, Norman, tell my mom, or no, tell my parents I said goodbye. So I'm like, okay, I, y'all, I don't, episode, season 2, episode 7 has reset everything. And honestly, I don't think I care. I'm throwing out all of my past theories. Well, no, I'm keeping some of them, but like far as what is this, I do believe that they somehow through their dreams entered into an alternate universe. And that's how they are stuck. I don't know if it's only a few characters or if it is all of the characters. And think about this, like a lot of things repeat. Ellis, he broke his arm, was walking around all bandaged up, laying up in, the little makeshift hospital. This time, he gets stabbed. They're operating on him. Again, he's laying up in the little, makeshift hospital. And Fatima, every time, is there right by his side. It's like we have seen this scene before. Even when Ethan gets stabbed, it's in the midst of a crisis when Dale was trying to kick out the people from the bus. And I didn't like the fact that he was like, you people. It kind of lets you know it's starting to put like this us versus them, this divide, this chaos. And I think that's what whoever is the mastermind wants. But going back, think about Sarah, how she killed her brother in the midst of her trying to kill Ethan to get them to go home. When she turns around, she slits her brother neck by mistake. Like, these are too many coincidences for this not to be a dream. Have you ever dreamed the same dream, or you dream the dream, but there's certain there's certain characteristics that you remember from the dream. And I feel like that is what is happening even think about it, Jim, after the house fell on him, the mastermind, whoever, okay, Jim, we gonna get you and your wife for digging that hole. The house fell on him. They were smart enough to cover Jim up. He made it through the night. Smiley didn't make it through the night, but he was laid out on the ground until the next morning. There's too many similarities, guys. There's too many similarities. I'm thinking they entered into this alternate universe through their dreams. I'm not sure why they are stuck. I don't think that they are dead. I'm not sure how it happened. That's my theory. Let me know what you think. And until next time, peace.